I'm Ben.
I'm Swabble.
I'm Matt.
I'm Tag.
Danny.
And we're The Treatment.
And you are listening and watching us on Linea Rock.
Brilliant. Welcome guys to Italy again. Actually, you've been here a few months ago with Alice Cooper, so you're back. Glad to have you here, and welcome to Linea Rock as well.
Yeah, it's great to be back. I'm really looking forward to coming back. With
since you're living on the road, actually.
Yeah.
And that's the best for you?
Oh,
yeah.
It's great.
And how did you get this gig with Steel Panther?
Don't actually know. One of the things like one day we had no gigs, next day you go on tour with Steel Panther. Okay, great.
It was really awesome, unexpected. It's kind of, I don't know, we've got a great team sort of behind us, and they just managed to sort of say, guys are going out to Steel Panther, and obviously we were overjoyed because we're all huge fans of Steel Panther.
So you're enjoying a lot this tour. I mean, did you meet the guys, and how is the backstage atmosphere? It's crazy as you can imagine.
It's been a laugh from day one. Really, it's been great fun.
We've been having a great time. The Steel Panther guys are really nice guys, and treat us great. So it's been a great tour so far.
For some reason, Steel Panther are adored, by millions, including classic bands actually. From the 80s, which they are the parody of. But seems that this fact of the parody is not so welcomed by new bands. I heard, some other bands, I don't want to tell their names, but they were not happy, I'm talking about bands of the same scene, you are something across, you're not maybe completely hair glam metal, but you're a hard rock band, and how do you live, what they are doing, which is your feeling about it?
Well, I personally,
we love it.
We've been following them for years. It's just if you can't tell that they're just out to have a laugh, it's you're obviously just not going to understand it. You just got to look at them it's comedy, but they've got great tunes and they're really good musicians at the same time.
The thing is with Steel Panther is, if you want to go out and you want to have a really good night, they're awesome live, they're good fun, they've got absolutely great tunes, great sound, great band, so they deserve absolutely every bit of success.
There's nothing not to like if you think about it that. So.
And they're awesome dudes as well.
Okay, so you support them.
10%.
How would you introduce Treatment to the fans that do not know about the band yet? Self-promotion time.
It's just like really, it's high energy rock, but we draw on top of all sorts of different influences. Obviously, we love our punk, rock, metal, whatever. It's just kind of, I don't know, straight up rock.
It's taking a background of all of our favourite bands from all of the generations, and then adding a younger, modern twist to kind of what's been done. It's not reinventing the wheel, but it's just adding something new to the mix.
More of a modern edge. We try and transfer our kind of youthful energy into our classic influences.
Okay, and if you have to mention 3 bands that has been your main influence.
Which would it be? Now you're asking.
ACDC's got to be there.
I think Judas Priest and Sex Pistols.
Okay.
But there's probably about 300
That's the great thing, because there's been so much music before us, we can literally look back at so many bands and be like, oh, we like that, and that.
Yeah.
So to say 3 bands is really, really hard.
Because I read, about the Treatment, they're Van Halen meeting Iron Maiden, something in between. Is that flattering for you guys?
That's very good. That's smart by us.
Okay, and tell us more about the connection with Iron Maiden. I know you recorded this Mitred in Steve Harris' studios in Saxon.
We recorded the drums and mixed the record there. The whole relationship with Steve Harris goes back years, when my dad was in a new wave British heavy metal band called More, who toured on the Killers tour in 82. I think it was 81. the Killers tour around like Europe, and I think Dad like managed to make a kind of connection with Steve, and he's had kind of an on and off relationship like for the last like 20 odd years, and through the guy who engineered our record, Tony Newton, who's a good friend with him as well, and Dad managed to get back in contact with Steve, and he like let us use his studio, and we were really grateful for letting us use it, and like considering Fear of the Dark and all them albums recorded there, it's actually like good atmosphere to like work in.
Definitely. So he was actually there.
We managed to see him for like 10 minutes or so, because he'd just flown back, because he was playing, I think he was doing Sonosphere.
He was on tour.
Always on tour. Always on tour. He's rarely there, but we managed to catch him when he was like back in the UK, like 1 or 2 days before they played Sonosphere. He came up and had a listen, and he's a really, really nice guy.
He gave the record thumbs up.
And is This Might Hurt the only album you have? So that's the debut album. You don't have any demos prior to that?
I mean, we actually released the album in February on Power Age Records.
Okay.
And then Spine Farm, our label now, kind of caught on to us and offered us a deal, and then we re-released it with a couple of different tracks
and new artwork.
It's been remastered as well.
So there's an alternative version of the same kind of album out, but it's not out now. It's not out anymore.
It's a limited run, that one.
So whoever's got it, have got it now. You can't get it anymore.
Okay.
But so yeah.
There it is.
Will it be reprinted some way, or I mean? You don't know.
Not the future, no.
Are you working on some new songs?
Yeah, we were always writing and recording and stuff.
We've got a new EP. We've worked on an EP. We haven't got a title or a release date yet for it, but we're still going through the process of that. So that should be out within, I know, the next few months. But it's just something to keep things going while we're out. But I think the plan is like to. We're always working on new material and stuff. But the plan is to probably get a newer album out in like a year or two from now. So we just would like it, because like I said before, we had so much trouble actually properly releasing the album through being the old label and stuff. Now it's finally out there. We want to try and tour it as much as we can. So
definitely.
You look very, very young. How old are you? And I mean, how long have you been a band?
I'm 18.
19.
I'm 20.
I'm 12.
But like, we've been doing it for.
This is actually my dad.
Okay.
And when I was 5.
When we first started, I was 13 and Rick was 14. And with like obviously the guidance from our dad, because he managed bands and stuff before, we kind of turned us into the musicians we are today, and just worked with us from scratch. And from then on, like we matured, and our songwriting as a group got more mature, and we sort of found our direction. So from then on, we've been doing what we've been doing now.
Are you living a dream?
Yeah,
That's for sure.
Absolutely.
Do you consider
it's
this?
a pretty sick dream.
But do you consider this as a job as well? I mean, this is what you want to do for the rest of your life?
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely. Okay. And do you remember the very first time you played together as a band in this lineup? Did you expect, this to become, bigger?
I mean, from day one, we've always said like we want to take this as far as we possibly can take it. If that means like headlining big clubs or like doing stadiums, we just want to go as far as we can physically go with it. But I can't actually remember like what our first initial gig was. It was when it might have been Dagenham or something like that. But it was when we like discovered Matt, was when like the final like piece of the puzzle was like put in. And from then on, it was basically with Matt, we kind of managed to get the sound we wanted and what we were looking for. So
I'm glad we just never started with the name Treatment.
Just
literally took off from that.
Okay. And do you feel part of actually a scene, or is now is very different than it was in the 70s or 80s.
I think it's starting to kind of start though, isn't it? There's a few bands that have kind of got similar kind of sounds.
I'd definitely say the scene for our kind of music has definitely got more popular. Like as we've seen like us growing with other bands like good friends of ours that we've been doing the circuit with, we've totally seen like all the bands we started with slowly started to rise and get up the ladder a bit.
But I mean, at the same time, we were always going to play this kind of music. It's not like we've done it to sort of jump on the scene or anything like that. But there are some good rock bands about at the moment. We've got Rival Sons, Blackstone Chariot, Airborne, obviously Steel Panther, Jet Black, really cool. So yeah, I think
it's quite cool as well because we don't really fit into one scene. It's kind of nice we can go with like heavier bands, we can go on with like lighter bands, and it just kind of seems to be able to go between like different niches, which is nice.
I think the thing that made us like happy with like how the band we were becoming was when we got put onto a bill. It was literally like we were on. There was two hardcore bands in between us, and we were like, we're going to go down like a lead balloon. But we went on, and like everyone seemed to really enjoy it because it was like it wasn't lightweight, but it was just heavy enough for people to have a good time. And I think that's where we can cross over a lot. We've had like hardcore metal fans like with Silosis shirts on and stuff come up to us saying
tattoos on their face.
They love like what we do. So we've just kind of tried to.
I don't think we've really tried to do anything.
Well, not tried, but we've.
It's nice because the songs transcend a lot heavier live than they do on the record, which is nice because it kind of. You're not going to listen to it, it's going to blow your brains out. You can like get off on kind of the tunes and like get involved in the atmosphere we've kind of portrayed in the songs and try to put across like the way that we all felt when we was putting the record together and stuff. But live you can just come down and like jump around, have a drink, do whatever you want and like have a laugh with us really and kind of take away a bit of the energy we try and throw at you. So.
And how was touring with the godfather of glam rock, Alice Cooper, for you guys?
It was such a nice guy. You know, you get there's this image of Alice Cooper as the chicken eating whatever devil man, but he's just he's the nicest guy.
I mean,
he's really cool.
He couldn't have treated us better on the tour. I mean, he took us out for a meal. It was like
the whole crew was lovely.
The whole crew was great. Made some great friends in that tour.
I think since
as well, he was nothing but supportive in his radio show.
Since the tour, he's just really helped us as well. It's not been like it's just completely cut contact. He's kept us in the radio show, and kept tweeting about us and Facebook and stuff.
Did he come in the dressing room with any suggestion like a father or a uncle?
He invited us into his.
And he basically just told us just to keep having fun and keep doing what we're doing and keep your feet on the ground, which I think is probably the best advice you can ever hope for, because that's at the end of the day it's what we're all about, it's just having fun. I think hopefully people can see that on stage.
He was more like just having a laugh really, wasn't he? It was just like
he was cracking more jokes than giving advice really.
So
especially on the last night.
Which is your main goal at the moment?
Just to try and get out and tour as much as possible. I think try and get them to the record out to as many people as possible.
As well as just like build our following. I think we want to try and build up more of our like European fan base now as well. So that's why like we're more like ready to just come out.
Keep coming back,
do as many shows as we can.
And we just want to have fun doing it as well.
Alright. And what's immediately next, after this tour? What's in the plans?
We've got a couple of dates with Thin Lizzy in the UK.
Wow.
Which should be great.
We're doing Download Festival and Grass Pop Festival. Should be really, really good. And
then we'll kind of see what happens after.
There's probably, I think there's talk of a few other shows we might be doing, but we're just waiting for it to be all finalised. And hopefully, we're 99% sure we'll be back in Europe this year. So
get us on Facebook and Twitter. Because we always post updates on there.
And ridiculous videos.
And
half naked photos.
So you
interact.
10,000
full naked.
Okay. So you interact with your fans, I mean, directly, do you...
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's important. It's like they're the reason we get up and do it every night, so it's very important.
They take it out of their time to try and talk to us, so it's only fair that we do the same.
So for a band like you, internet is not the enemy, it's like a
No,
tool that can help.
To be fair, it's one of them things like, nowadays, like, Facebook is such an important part of people's life. It's like
it's a means to an end. You can't get around not using it.
You can't not use it. It's like you to kind of get things like get your like promotion gigs, whatever out there. People will see it on Facebook no matter what.
It's nice to be able to have that kind of like it kind of takes away the barrier of being like thousands of miles away, like on an island as well. So it's like it kind of joins like all of Europe and like American stuff all together, so we can keep in contact with our fans like whenever really, and they can kind of constantly see what we're up to, and like we can see what they're up to if they want to let us know.
Okay guys, thanks for your time.
Thank you very much.
For everybody watching, just as the doctor ordered, enter the treatment and you won't regret it. Okay, thanks so much guys.
Thank you very much.